Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. You're audible now, bro. So tell me.
Sir, today I got a mail of MTech program. The interview scheduled on 9th.
From where you got?
Bhilai, sir, IIT Bhilai.
Okay, okay. Today IIT Bhilai.
Yes, sir.
So that is for MTech.
Yes, sir.
And IIT Bhilai, MTech mechanical, right?
Yes, sir.
And what is your this score?
419, sir.
419. Category?
Yes, see, sir.
Okay. Okay, and it is MTech program. Okay, good. So I think it will be there will be interview for this, right?
Yes, sir. I got interview call only, sir.
On which date you are having?
9th, sir. Some people having 10th like that, sir. I'm having.
It is on 9th, right, for you?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me, what is your query? Good, this is a good call.
Yes,
At least we are getting from the 419. You may also, yes, good. I think if you are getting it for MTech, that is good.
yes.
Mhm. So if you have some specific queries or what?
No, sir. I want to continue with the snap on this for some.
So yesterday you had this some snap. So why you want to go for today?
Today I saw some they snap this one, sir.
Okay.
Let me check my understanding level so that if I comfortable with this and I'm going for next FM like that I'm planning.
No, no. What? Okay. Today we will go for. Don't worry. I will go
Yes.
for that. But
Yes.
probably it is better. See, if you want to take the benefit of like these snaps, it is better that let's say if we had the snap, then you prepare.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then take a gap and maybe after 6 or 7 days you can go for. So that is going to be beneficial,
Yes, sir. That will be a more benefit.
right?
So
That
that.
will. So but anyway, so now since you have come, so we can go for it. Okay, don't
Yes.
worry. And prepare the subjects for them for MTech because MTech is general over there, right?
Yes, sir.
So prepare like basic subjects, thermo,
Okay,
fluid
sir.
mechanics, and this SOM. In any case, go ahead with that.
Okay, sir.
So then I think they are going to ask you that in which particular domain you are interested and all that. Accordingly, you can let them know the subjects. Okay.
Okay, sir. General MTech means we have not we don't have any option to choose specifications, sir, like design, thermal.
Actually, in such programs, you have a choice of selecting when you go over there. Selecting means uh, subjects you select. It is not that they will give you design subjects or thermal subjects. From wide variety of subjects, basically you decide in which direction you want to go. Or it may happen that you want to club, maybe you want to keep some design, you want to keep some thermal. That way it normally happens.
Okay, okay.
So that way it's good, no issue. Okay. So should we go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Anil, can you let me know the meaning of resilience?
Yes, sir. Resilience is the amount of energy stored in the body within the elastic limit.
Amount of strain energy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is within the elastic limit?
Yes, sir.
Then
Up
what
to
is
up to up to elastic limits.
up to elastic limit? And what is strain energy stored within plastic limit?
That proof resilience. Sir.
No, no. My question is, what is the strain energy stored within plastic limits?
Within plastic limits, sir. Yes, sir. That is modulus of resilience or something.
Modulus of resilience.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you show me modulus of resilience in force deflection diagram? Just draw the force deflection diagram.
Yes, sir. We'll for resilience, we draw in a stress strain diagram. Na? Force deflection diagram will get work done like that. In stress strain diagram, we'll get resilience.
Okay, just show me. Okay, just show me the resilience on stress strain diagram.
So region which I have.
Diagram, denote the diagram. This axis also.
Yes, sir.
This is stress strain diagram. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And and what is toughness? Can you show me the toughness also?
Yes, sir. Sir, this diagram.
Okay. So, do you know the difference between true stress and conventional stress?
Yes, sir. In conventional stress, it is also called as engineering stress. If I am not wrong, correct? Engineering stress, conventional stress. In that,
Mhm.
sir, we are taking initial area. In order to find the stress, we are taking the force upon initial area which we are having.
Mhm.
In the true stress, we are taking instantaneous area.
Mhm.
The,
Why? So why we have these two? Where we use? Okay, can you let me know where we use conventional stress and where we use true stress concepts?
most of the engineering material we are using the this one engineering stresses, sir. For it is because it is difficult to find true stress at every instant, because area is going to change at every instant. It becomes difficult to find the area at every instant. That's what we are most preferring, the engineering stresses.
Then where we prefer true stress?
True stress, I don't have that idea.
Okay. Do you know Hooke's law in shear?
Yes, sir. It is like same as that Young's modulus. What we use for normal stress, na sir, that will be the same. Like G is equal to tau by modulus of rigidity is equal to tau by A.
Tau by A.
Yes, sir.
A mean area.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
Just look at this formula again.
G is equal to tau by A, sir.
G
So,
equal to tau by A. Right? That's
sir,
what you're
sir.
saying.
No, sir. That's not straight. Sorry, sir. It will be a gamma shear strain, sir. Sorry, shear strain. Tau by gamma, sir. Shear
Can you show me it in the graph?
graph, sir. Yes, sir. Same like, sir, for which mild steel diagram which I drawn, sir. It will be like for this point we are defining the this formulas.
Can you show it a little better way? Just show it a better way. So this is what tau, x is y, x is what?
y-axis will be tau, sir, and this will be x-axis will be gamma.
Mhm. Okay. And can you show me G over here?
Yes, sir. Slope of this one will be the g, sir.
So what is the difference between then E and G?
Yeah. Not that much clear.
Mhm. Okay. So let us say you are having a LPG cylinder at home.
Yes, sir.
You have.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why it is circumferentially welded? It is welded this way, right?
Yes, sir.
Somewhere in between, in the middle.
Yes, sir.
Why it is welded that way? Why not longitudinally?
Sir, in cylindrical body, sir, we have two types of stresses: longitudinal and circumferential. Since longitudinal stresses are more, sir, in yes, sir. Longitudinal stresses will be more. It will be tried to split like this, sir. That's what we are welding across the circumference.
Show me the stresses on that. Okay, this is a cylinder, right?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
So draw the cylinder and show me the stresses.
This one will be the longitudinal stress.
Okay.
It will try to split like this, sir. In order to avoid the splitting of that one, we are welding in circumferential direction.
You are saying this is the longitudinal stress, right?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And you are saying that it is trying to split in this direction, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
So if it is trying to split this way, then why you are welding this way? My question is why you are welding this way?
Yes, sir. It will be splitting like this, sir. That's what we are welding across the circumference.
Or how do you know it is going to split this way or that way?
Because sigma is equal to PD by 2T, sir. Sigma L is equal to PD by 2T. That stress will be
Just
more.
show me the stresses the way I have shown you. Just show me the stresses, how it is going to split, and you can draw it, right?
Yes, sir.
Draw it this way. Show me the stress direction.
Yes, sir. Sir, this one will be the longitudinal, sir. If I take this one, this one will be the hoop stress, sir.
No, you just show me. You just show me on the cylinder. See, I have shown you the element also.
Yes.
I have shown you the element.
Yes.
Visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just see it, draw it, and show me the stresses on this.
Sir, This one will be the element, sir.
Bring it closer. Oh, no, that the other diagram is not visible.
This one, sir.
No.
Sir, shall I take elemental section and draw that one?
No. Only show me the way you have drawn me. Just show me. It's not visible. You are showing on the wrong. Yes. Bring it closer now. So, okay, one longitudinal stress you have shown me. Okay, that is okay.
And circumferential will be like horizontal, like.
Just show me. Just show those stresses also, circumferential stresses also.
I'll draw it.
On the same diagram, show the circumferential stress also.
Yes, sir. Sir, like.
Why this element? Where you have taken that element? First, tell me. Show me.
On the circumference, sir.
So on the circumference, I have already shown you the element, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
This element which is on the front,
Yes,
is
sir.
towards you.
Yes, sir.
Is towards you. That is on the front. Is this element, right? And
Yes, sir.
I have shown you the longitudinal stress on that element.
Yes, sir. Along that circumference, hoop stress will be there. Like, yes, sir.
Show me the direction of the hoop stress on this element. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, sir. I draw.
Why it is curvature? Curved? What is the meaning of curved?
No, sir. Actually, it will be like if I take in cross section, na, sir. It will be like this.
Okay, I will make it simple for you.
Yes.
It will be tangential. That means circumferential means tangential.
Yes, sir. But hoop stress, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I thought like whenever we are representing the hoop stresses, it will be along the circumference, na, sir. We'll
You the element tangential. It is I am showing you the tangential, very small element, plane element. So tangential. So how it can split? There are two directions. Either it can split from this way, from the middle, or it can split lengthwise anywhere.
Yes, sir.
It can split lengthwise.
No, sir. Actually, it will be a half of that longitudinal stress. It will not split at this one, sir. Circumferential.
How it will? What I am saying is we are having this cylinder, right?
Yes, sir.
Either this cylinder can split this way,
Or this. Yes,
the
sir.
other one could be take any plane. Take any plane, whether here. So
Yes,
this
sir.
along the length, this can also split. The cylinder this way.
Yes, sir.
Along the length also it can split.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is the length. So it is splitting this way. So why you are not welding it this way? That's what I'm saying.
We are welding along circumference.
Yes. So it can split this over here also. It can split over here also.
Yes, sir.
But what you are doing is you are welding here. You are not welding it over here. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Anil, should I give you the feedback?
Yes, sir. Shall we continue with two more questions, sir? So
Sorry?
that I can get little. Shall we continue little 1 minute, sir? So that I get little bit confidence if I answered correctly.
No. Anil,
Oh,
see,
time constraint. Yes.
what important is not the number of questions. It is not that they are going to ask the same questions, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes. No, sir.
Mock,
To check them. Only.
meaning of mock is that you will come to know that how you are approaching, right?
Yes.
How you are approaching and
Yes.
where you are lacking. Basically, it is wherever you are going to lacking, on those areas you have to focus. That is the meaning of mock. It is not
Yes.
that even if we continue to ask question throughout the day, that is also not going to serve the purpose. Okay.
Yes.
So the more important thing is the feedback, and based upon that feedback, you should prepare.
Yes. Sir.
Okay. So
Yes.
see, example, what you're doing is you are giving answer in haste. जल्दी में आंसर नहीं देने हैं. You have to think. Even if you know, you have to think on that. For example, you told me resilience. Resilience, you told me strain energy stored within the elastic limit.
Yes, sir.
Then I asked you to draw it on the diagram.
Yes, sir.
You draw this. You drew this particular resilience on the stress strain diagram. But stress strain diagram gives you the all the things per unit volume.
Yes, sir.
Strain energy per unit volume. If you want to strain energy per unit volume, if you want to represent, then you will represent it on stress strain diagram. So resilience, resilience is simply the strain energy within elastic limit. It is not strain energy per unit volume within elastic limit or up to elastic limit. So
Yes.
if strain energy within elastic limit or up to elastic limit, then I have to replace. Strain energy is what? Work done. How do we do this? It is a work done in deforming the material that is stored inside the material.
Yes,
So
sir.
that work done, where you are going to represent? In post deflection diagram.
Deflection. Sir, what will be the this difference between the two, sir? One we got from work, this one force deflection, and one we got in stress strain diagram.
No, there is no difference. It is energy, but point is one is simply we are saying strain energy. In total, how much work you did? If I say how much work you did, you say
Yes.
this is work done. For example, just see this diagram. Post deflection diagram. This is smaller.
Yes, I can see, sir.
So this is the strain energy per strain energy, right?
Yes, sir.
How do we calculate? We are saying if I am pulling it, this material pulling it, this is the amount of energy stored in the material.
Yes, sir.
How much energy is stored in the material? You will say whatever the work that you have done in deforming the material. How much
Yes.
work you have done over here? Tell me.
Area of this diagram.
What is the area of this diagram?
Since it is a triangle, sir, half into base into height, I'll take.
That
Half
becomes
of
the
P
work
into
done, P into delta. That's all. So I can write it. This is the P into delta. But if I modify it and then so, but if I want to represent the work done, this is the total work done.
Yes, sir.
But if I want to represent the same information work done per unit volume,
Yes, sir.
then I think it comes out to be this way. You need to rearrange this formula in the form of stress. Then this turns out to be okay. This is strain energy. Okay. So if I will input these values in terms of stress,
Yes,
then
sir.
I'm going to have this equation.
Yes, sir.
Same half P delta, I can write this way also, as I have shown you down there.
Yes, sir.
What is the strain energy I'm showing? Half of sigma into strain into volume.
Yes, sir.
So this is same thing. But if I divide this now by volume,
Sir.
so what is this? Divide strain energy by volume. Same
This will,
formula,
yes, sir.
no change. Only thing is I divided strain energy with volume.
Yes, sir.
You are having half sigma into E.
Yes, sir.
What is half sigma into E?
Strain energy.
Half sigma into E.
Strain energy per unit volume.
That is okay, but half sigma E, how I can represent in the diagram? Can I say this is the half sigma E is the area under stress strain diagram?
Sir.
Got my point?
Yes, sir. Sir, what will be the application by doing like this, like finding?
No, application mean that you can represent the information on per unit volume basis. Like you represented the information. For example, for this material, I can represent either that if I know the total volume,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Then I will simply say that, okay, how much is energy stored? So you will say, give me the dimension, volume, and what I am stretching it. So that becomes the strain energy. But for the same material on per unit volume basis, I can represent it. For example, you do for stress.
Yes, sir.
So if I want to represent not the total energy, which can change as the volume will change. So I can keep the volume. I'll say if I want to represent it on per unit volume basis, then I can represent that also. Are you getting my
Yes, sir.
point?
Yes, sir.
So that is why if I ask you to draw the strain energy per unit volume, then where should I draw it?
In
I have to
stress
draw it
and
in stress strain diagram. It becomes the same thing. Clear?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Area under the diagram, half sigma into E.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
That is how you have to see. So even though you have remembered it, okay, since we have to cram it initially, but then you have to relate it properly. Okay. True stress, true strain, engineering stress. True stress, okay, original and all that. See, in metal forming, have you, in wire drawing, which formula you use?
Wire drawing, I'm unable to recall, sir.
You have you studied over there?
Yes,
Wire
sir.
drawing?
We used the final area, sir, to while drawing sigma is.
No. I'm saying is when we in wire drawing or in other plastic deformation process, do you use conventional stress or true stress?
True stresses.
True.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure? Use true stress over there,
Yes, sir.
right? You're having calling it as a flow stress and all that.
Yes,
So
sir.
you use the true stress concepts over there. Why? That is the reason because up to elastic limit, true stress value and conventional stress value is more or less same.
Same. Yes.
Cross-sectional area change is not significant.
Yes.
So it is immaterial for us to go for true stress. I can do my job with conventional stress. But if you are analyzing a process which is in the plastic region, for example, metal forming processes, all metal forming processes, forging, extrusion,
Wire drawing.
rolling, or wire drawing, since there is significant change in the cross-sectional area, in rolling you reduce the thickness, this sheet metal rolling. In wire drawing, big rod, drawing
Yeah.
into a
Smaller
wire,
stick.
right? So all that. So there is significant reduction in cross-section area, and if you want to analyze them, then we have to go for the true stress, because true stress value will be higher, far higher than conventional stress value.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Modulus of rigidity, you defined it. Okay. You told me, okay, stress, shear stress, that is also okay. Then difference between E and G. E is modulus of elasticity.
Yes,
That
sir.
shows you the resistance offered by the material when it is subjected to
Tension.
uniaxial loading. As simple as that. If I am
Yes.
pulling it, how much resistance, stiffness this material is having when I am subjecting to uniaxial loading, tensile or compressive.
Yes.
Same way, if I am subjecting the same material into shear loading,
Yes.
then also this material is going to offer the resistance.
Yes,
But
sir.
will that resistance be same if I am pulling
No,
it,
sir. Yes.
and if I'm shearing it? Will both the resistances be same? No.
No, sir.
So that is why for the same material, depending upon the type of load, you are having the different resistance. In shear, that resistance is represented by G, modulus of rigidity, whereas in case of uniaxial loading, it is represented by E. That's simple as that.
Yes, sir. Sir, in stress strain diagram, that will be same as remain same as sigma E. Like we drawn
ENG.
for yes, yes. It will be remain
Slope of,
same as like that.
like you showed me that slope of diagram. G is the slope of diagram in tau and gamma.
Gamma.
Same way, E is the slope of the diagram in sigma and E.
Yes.
Interpretation is same, only difference being how you are loading that. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Then cylinder.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Which stress is more?
Longitudinal stress will be more.
Hmm?
Sigma
If
L will be more.
longitudinal stress is PD by 40.
Oh, then I confused. PD by 2T which oh, I confused with formulas.
PD by 2T is circumferential stress. So
Yes.
tell me, in which direction that circumferential stress is acting, which is larger? So
PD by 2T. Sir.
larger value of stress is try to split it this way.
Yes, sir.
So if I will weld it this way along the length, if I will weld it along the length vertically over here, then that weld portion will be subjected to the highest value of stress,
Yes, sir.
which I don't want.
Yes,
If
sir.
I weld it vertically this way, top to bottom,
Yes, sir.
then that weld will be subjected to highest value of stress, sigma 1.
No, sir. It will be lesser than sigma 1 will be greater.
Yes, sigma 1 is greater. So I don't want to subject the welded portion to the greater value of stress, right? So that is why what I did, I welded circumferentially this way round,
Yes, sir.
so that that welded portion is subjected to lower value of stress.
Longitude.
Clear? That is
Okay.
the reason.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sir, I'll have one doubt, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, since strength is a material property, sir,
Mm-hmm.
which we can't change,
Mm-hmm.
but after doing the strain hardening, that strength of that material will change, na, sir. How it will become the property of the material?
No, property of the material means that material once it is formed.
Yes,
For
sir.
example, let us say if I have made this material,
Okay.
right, and that too, let us say I know the composition, it is having one particular composition, one particular process, and now I have solidified, and at room temperature I'm having this material.
Yes, sir.
Now this whole of that material is going to have the same property. Same
Yes,
property.
sir.
I'm not disturbing this. I have not
Okay.
disturbed this now.
Okay.
So I cut one piece, cut two piece, and all that, and then use it anywhere. Then this is going to have the same property. So whether I have produced one part, or such material, or I have produced slabs or whatever. What that means, once I have produced that material from a specific process, then, and let us say now it is available at room temperature, then obviously it is going to have the same property. It is not going to change. But if I will deform it, then the property will change.
Sir, that's what I'm like. If suppose when I made it has a strength of 200 GPa, suppose, sir. When I done a strain hardening, its strength will be increased to 250 GPa, suppose. It has changed now, sir. Like strength, stress also variable. Like that also strength will also be variable property. I'm saying like that.
Okay, this is a this is the original rod.
Yes, sir.
What is its yield strength? I'm deforming it from here to here. So when I will deform this one, its yield strength will be somewhere here, yield point.
Yes, sir.
What is its strength? This is its strength.
Okay.
Of what? Of this.
First
So
rod.
its yield strength is somewhere, let us say, here.
For second, sir. For first only.
I'm talking first only.
Yes, sir.
It's the yield strength of the first material is somewhere here.
Yes,
Not
sir.
clear?
Yes,
But
sir.
what I did is, once it yielded, I continued to pull it, and then finally I having this whole length.
Okay,
That means I stretched it beyond the yield point and went on to this point.
yes, sir.
Now, after pulling it to this point, you have this material.
Yes, sir.
And I gave this material to you. Same material, now the elongated rod I have given to you.
Yes, sir.
Now I am asking you, what is its strength? Has its strength more than this? So is its strength more than this, or less than this, or same as this?
More than that ones.
Why?
Because strain hardening took place there.
So that's all. Strain hardening took place. It means, if now, why I'm saying there's more strength? If I want to deform it further, until unless I will reload it again up to this point.
Yes, sir.
Now to deform this rod, a new rod, I need to at least apply a stress equal to this, which is higher than this. So if I ask you, what is its strength now? What is its strength? You will say this is its strength, yield strength.
Yes, sir.
So its yield strength has increased.
Yes,
Obviously,
sir.
that has happened because of strain hardening.
Yes, sir.
Strain hardened it. If you are not strain hardening, then strength will not change. But it cannot happen.
Oh. We have to check without doing anything. We have to check the strength of that material.
Yes. So point is, let us say I have produced the original material, let us say 1000 such plates.
Yes, sir.
Let us say from the original process, molten, then finally solidified, or whatever process I used, I made this material. And these are the sheets, let us say, or slabs. Let us say you produce 1000 in quantity. And then you measured its strength.
Yes.
You found strength that much. So that means that strength is more or less same for all those 1000s.
Yes, sir.
Slight variation is going to be over there, but
Yes.
process is same and you are monitoring it. Let's say more or less it is same. But if you will now manipulate this material, if you will bend it, you will deform it, then obviously that property cannot remain same, because now we are disturbing its crystal structure.
Yes, sir.
Its crystal structure, if you are not deform crystal structure, you are not changing, then there is no point of like strength getting changed.
Yes, sir. Yes.
What am I point?
Yes,
So,
sir.
Anil, what you need to do is just listen those snaps, right?
Yes,
Still
sir.
you are having time for what? How you are having on 10th, right?
4 days.
4
4,
days,
5.
right? So just listen the snaps. I think most of these questions that I asked, they have been asked in those mocks also.
Yes, sir.
So you just go watch those questions. Sorry, but that means see those, listen those mocks,
Yes.
and that whole video also, right?
Yes.
For other subjects also,
Yes, sir.
and see where you are committing the mistake. You don't have to see their answers. You just listen the question, try to frame the answer, and then see the explanation whether that your explanation is correct or not, or where you are committing the mistake. Number of questions you are going to get it over there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes.
mock is for rehearsal, kind of when you come, how you express yourself, you get little confidence, right?
Yes. Yes.
So just listen those, okay? Okay, Anil?
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay, Anil. Bye.
Thank you, sir.